So I'm here this afternoon in Almenara, just north of Valencia, about a 40-minute train ride on the Cercanía, or the local train, or Rodalia, as they say in Valencia. I first got in, I saw this fortress here from the train on another trip to Castellón a couple months back, and I've been wanting to get back. And I'm here today. I get off at the train station, and just seemed like it would be impossible to actually get to the fortress from the village. The village at first glance doesn't seem too interesting, and I thought, well, today might be a total wash. And then I found this lovely bike trail, as you can see. Well, it's lovely right here. It starts off at I don't know, 19% grade. I could barely make my wheels go. It's so steep. Like, it's so steep that if you lose traction, you can't get started again because you can't get back on the saddle. The fortress is right up here. As you can see, if you were actually in this fort, it was built on the ruins of a Roman fortress by the Arabs in the 10th century. And as you can see, if you're in that fortress, no one's getting you out of it. Might starve you out, but they're not throwing you out of that fort, because it's actually impossible to get up there. You see some what do you call these? They call these cactus, the fruit, they call it higo chumbo. I think that's right. A lot of these prickly pear cactus in English, I guess. I'm forgetting my English. Here's the countryside below. As you can see, the view is quite commanding, which is actually where Almenara gets its name from Arabic, meaning I don't know, I'm gonna have to look it up when I get home. Almenara. Yes, quite a commanding view from up here, which is why this spot was chosen by the Moors, because you can, and the Romans before them. As you can see that good. That would be the Mediterranean out there, except for it's a little hazy this early afternoon. It's 12:30 in the morning here. There was a nice young girl on the trail, and she told me how to get to the fortress, which, as you can see, is not doable by bicycle. So I'm going to hump it from here. Let's see where this goes. It's more like a scramble, as we call this, and when I used to fuck around climbing a mountain. So I made it to this first little pinnacle. Outstanding view from up here. Kind of a little bit of a challenge climbing up here. Nothing any normal person could do, but I have my cleated bike shoes on, which they're made for walking, but they're kind of a pain in the ass. But I don't think I'm going to make it up to the top fortress today. But this is a pretty good example of Arab defensive architecture, as you can see. And this is why they built it here, is because you can see forever. And they would signal from these towers with smoke and fire, and they could communicate they could send a message from one end of the Valencia province to the other and just, you know, like, almost like a telephone. Okay, this is what they had to defend, which pretty much a fucking turkey shoot. That's what I was thinking about when I was humping up here. How different would it be if some Moorish sentries were lobbing huge rocks on me? Now I just hope I can find my bike on the way down, which might not be that easy because it wasn't really a trail. I haven't been riding through this kind of shit for a long time, which probably explains the fact that I haven't had a flat in a year and a half. The thorns here are what really gave me all my problems. I used to get a lot. I had to walk my bike back to Valencia from like 12 kilometers one time because I got 3 flats in one day. I used to carry 2 extra tubes. Today I only have 1, so I'm walking it. If there's one thing Spain's good at, that's providing good recreational facilities, in my opinion. All these bike paths, nice picnic tables, benches along here. Granted, the path up to the fortress was not exactly the shining example of tourist accommodations, but sometimes you gotta work a little bit. Right into the historic center of Almenara. The iglesia. Not a particularly interesting city center for historically or architecturally, but as you can see, it's all pedestrian zone. With 10-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's pretty nice for a cyclist and pretty nice for little kids who just want to kick a soccer ball around the street, which is what little Spanish kids do.